Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to do another update on Trevor and Veronica. This is update 5, and I'm going to focus on Trevor at the moment because it looks like it's rapidly intensifying, and it's starting to head in towards the middle of the Gulf, and it's really starting to get the benefit of like the low wind shear and the very warm sea surface temperature anomalies. And as for Veronica, it's not really going through an eye wall replacement cycle, it's just going through some structural changes, so that's why it's lost its eyes. It's just starting to to change its core, and it's starting to change its the inner works of it, and that's so it's trying to repair itself basically, but it's not actually going through an eye wall replacement cycle. Because an eye wall replacement cycle, remember, is basically an eye wall choking out in the inner eye wall, and then it starts to overlap the inner eye wall, and then it starts to form again. So that's how an eye wall replacement cycle works. So, anyways, as we go into Friday morning into Friday midday, it looks like Trevor's starting to really intensify. It looks like at this point it could be a category 2 or a category 3 on the Australian scale. And Veronica is like starting to strengthen again as well to 920 millibars. Like that's probably a high end category 4 on the Sanford Simpson scale. And as we go into midday on midnight into Saturday morning, it looks like Trevor's going to start to make a landfall on the Gulf Coast. It looks like in the past year, so it's trended more east than it did compared to yesterday, and I think that's a good sign because I think the further east there's less population, but there still could be little villages still on the coastline, and if you're in that area, I just hope it's you have everything prepared now, and you are starting to evacuate, or starting to think where your safe spot will be to ride out the storm. For Veronica, I don't know why all the models are weakening Veronica for when it hits landfall. Like some of them is going for it to go for a category 5, and then a day later to be a category 1 to a tropical storm, which just makes absolutely no sense. Because with the GFS, it's making landfall as a category 5 on the Sanford Simpson scale, and that's the American version, and that's obviously a stronger scale. So I couldn't even rule out a category 4 or a 5 on the western coast of Australia. It just can't be ruled out yet because the sea surface temperatures are perfectly warm, and obviously there's no wind shear 5 to 10 knots, which is a perfect environment for it to develop healthily. And as we go on into Sunday morning and into Sunday evening, both systems are starting to weaken over land, and that's obviously the case because when systems go over land, it starts to lose its and its energy, and it starts to lose the source where it gets its energy from, which is the sea. So it's going over land, so it's cut its supply energy off, and obviously it's starting to weaken over land. And as we go on into Monday midday and then into Monday evening, it's the furthest we can go because it's the brand new run, and obviously it's not really important I'm going all the way towards the end and going on the 12 o'clock run because I'm mainly focusing on the two systems. So, but I did check on the 12Z run, and there's nothing much happening apart from a little system forming towards the north of Australia, but that's far too far out towards the 300 odd hour range, so I just wouldn't be concerned about that whatsoever. And if we look at the ACMWF, it's more or less similar, but with the ACM, it's at this point it's in 970 millibars for Trevor, but when we go on to the next slide, which is 12 o'clock midday on Saturday, it's over land, so it doesn't give you an indication what it'll be on the coastline. But if I was to estimate, the ACM will be going towards the 930 odd millibar range, which is a category 3 to a category 4 on the Sanford Simpson scale. In Veronica, it's bringing it's making landfall is probably a category 2 on the Sanford Simpson scale. Well, at this point it's over land and it's 982 millibars, but that's inland. So if it was to go back a little bit more, but we can't because it's a big jump in hourly periods, per slide, it'll probably be around 970 to 960 millibars, I would guess. In crazy enough, Trevor on Monday morning and Monday midday, that's 2 or so days after making landfall, it's still holding on to hurricane force winds, and that's quite mad, to be honest, because after it's made landfall, it drastically weakens. But for some reason, for Trevor, it's taken a long time to like they die out. So it's really concerning because there's more population as well. Like as like as you go in towards the middle of Australia. So even using the middle of Australia, needs to like to watch out for the system. Then it starts to go southeast and then it starts to dissipate. The HWRF, I don't know what's going on with it because in the past few runs it's been really like struggling like with the pressure and like the wind speed. But as we go on into Friday midday and then into Friday evening, it's making landfall as a Category 3 to a Category 4 on the San Simpson scale. It's got 945 millibars, which is quite strong. But like, not as strong as the GFS and that. And I think it could be stronger than that. I think it could be a Cat 4 to a Cat 5 on the San Simpson scale. And it looks like Veronica's making a landfall as a Category 3 on the San Simpson scale at 959 millibars. And as we go on, obviously, into Sunday, and the both started disappearing. Then into Tuesday, both like systems have died out by then. Sorry about that. If we look at the seismic temperature anomalies in for the majority of the Gulf in like Western Australia, like where the both systems are, it's well above average. And there is a little cold pool towards the coastline, but you may think, oh, it's cooler towards the coast, so it can't develop there. Well, yes, it's cooler than average on the coast, but it's still around like 29 to 30 degrees. And you only need 26 degrees for cyclone development, so it's still very warm. So you can't say if it's showing cooler anomalies, it can't form because it's just wrong. And say it just verifies. Yeah, if I actually look at the temperature anomalies and like actually like see them, it's actually showing 30 degrees to 32 degrees on the coastline. As I said, like that's perfect conditions for cyclone development. And if we look at the long floater chart in the colour imagery, you can really see Trevor starting to really intensify. It's starting to blow up with loads of convection. It's starting to swirl on on the latest runs. So I would say in like in about 4 to 5 hours, it's going to start to form an eye, and it's really starting to ramp up now. And I think they're going low on the estimates of landfall, because if you look at the forecast, it's showing a Category 3 on the Australian scale, but I think it could be a Cat 5 even on the San Simpson scale, so it could reach like 160 odd miles an hour. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's update. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss another upload. And yeah, guys, I'm going to continue like with the daily uploads. I'm going to upload tomorrow because it's going to be like very interesting to see what Trevor and Veronica's doing. Because like by tomorrow, Trevor could be a Cat 3 or Cat 4 or even stronger. So as I said, guys, if you're on the Gulf Coast or if you're on the western side of Australia, please keep safe, have all your preparations done, and just stay safe. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you tomorrow for another update.